Good day and welcome to this video. In this video I'm going to be teaching you about how we can create a very simple inventory management system using Google spreadsheet. So right here I've created a table that lists out the items you can find in an office. Yours may be more than this. I just want to make it as simple as possible. So yours could be up to 100, 200 or whatever, depending on what is found in your office. So the system I want to build now is such that the spreadsheet will automatically call out items that are in stock, to populate items that are in stock and items that are out of stock based on the quantity of the items. As you can see right here, some of the items have 0 as their quantity. So this spreadsheet is meant to call out those items and display them here separately, while the ones in stock will be here. So this is a very simple inventory management system. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to be making use of the function filter. When you press the bracket open, you see the options. Then the first one is the range. Range is asking you to specify the reference data. So this is going to be our ranges and reference data. So this is C5 to D21. Then you say comma. So what is the condition? The condition we want is to populate items here whose quantity is greater than 0. The condition here will have to make reference to the quantity column. So I'm going to say, I'm going to click on this and drag down. So it automatically populates the range for you. So you just say greater than 0, bracket close. You can have more than one condition actually, but now I'm using just one condition. So this populates all items whose quantity are more than 0. So now let's do the same with the out of stock items. So we're going to come here and say equals to filter, choose our range, say comma, and of course the condition. Pick it. This time I want to say equals to 0. That's when the quantity is equals to 0, populate the items here. So that's what we are seeing right here. So it's as easy as that. This is one very easy way you can manage your stock, manage your inventory in your office, especially when the items are running into maybe hundreds. So rather than coming to start tracing or manually carrying out filter here and there, you can just have this populate your in stock and out of stock items. Now let me show us something. So now let's say along the line we have a need to increase the number of items here. So we'll come and say gum 10 and 19, say mouse 0. And you can see that as we added those items are now reflected here. They are neither in stock nor out of stock. Why is it like that? That is because when we first of all created the system, we did not factor in the possibility of having more items while entering the range. So what do I mean by that? Let's click on this and go to the formula. You can see that the formula is setting at D21. Where is D21? That's here, D21, the very last item as at then. So ordinarily you want to say, okay, let's just go and change it to D23. What if you change it to D23 today, then tomorrow you still have a need to add more items, and the next day you want to add more and all that? Are you going to be changing the formula every day? If you have to resort to that, then you may have a situation where you run into mistakes. Okay, so what do we do to take care of such situation? We go to the formula, and at the end of the range here we'll knock off that number. Say C5 column D. The same thing here, will come here and say D5 column D and say enter. And you can see that gum is here now already because gum is 10. However, mouse, which is 0, is still not here. So we need to go and do the same here. Knock this out and knock this out. So now we'll have our mouse here. So what this means is start from C5 and end at the very last row of D. So in the first instance, your last row of D is 1000. So It's telling it to move from the first row to 1000. Okay, so let's just do something. I think we imputed the items here. Let's say plates, and say 20. So you can see that it included it here. So it's that range we entered there is making reference to the very last row of the range. Okay, so such that when we enter anything we enter here, anytime we enter a new, let's say servlet supplementary, hope I'm typing it correctly. So we enter, it populates it. Okay, let's say keyboard spelling is not correct. Keyboard 0. So that error is taken care of. The more you add, the more the system automatically populates it. So it's as easy as that. Okay, this is a very simple inventory management system. You can decide to have a more complex one than this, but then this does the job to a large extent. Thank you very much for being with me in this video to this extent. If you follow this video to this extent, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, and continue to support us. Until the next video, it's bye from me.